In last week's video, I got a lot of requests to dive into especially this notebook over here. My current journal system is consists of 3 notebooks, these 2 and with the addition of my reading journal. I'm not that consistent with that one, but these 2 I use basically every day. This is my Hobonichi weeks in the color lemon water. This is my planner, this is my day-to-day functioning things, my schedule, my to-do lists, that's what's in here. But a lot of you requested to look at this one, and this one is my Commonplace journal. Here's a little tour of the stickers. On the back, I just have one at the minute. I'm probably gonna deco this whole thing. These stickers are from a variety of places. Some of them are from Sanex, from independent artists, like this Death the Kid one. These ones are from Miso Paper, the shop. These are like Oliwabiu. I forgot the name of this artist, but I'll put it on the screen here. So they come from all kinds of places. I think the important thing is that you decorate it so that it makes you happy. Oh. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but we've got a bit of a storm going on, so there's a rain and thunder. I hope it makes a bit of an ambience to this video. Yeah, getting back into this. So it comes from a variety of places. I do think that there isn't like a one-way trick to decorating your planners. Also, these 2 look quite different. I think you just gotta go with the flow and put one sticker down, use the rest. Also, sticker anxiety, I feel like that wears off over time. I think the older that I got, the more I realized, well, because these are so beautiful, I want to see them every day and actually use them. Because when they're stuck in a binder or in a drawer that you don't reach for, then they're just decaying and not being seen. So maybe that'll help you get over it, but I think you just gotta dedicate. This is originally a Hobonichi notebook that I cut down to size to perfectly fit the weeks, so I can have everything in my bag stacked together, and it's really satisfying just to like grip onto notebooks that are the same size. The way I did this was using a electric paper cutter. Some places call them electric guillotines. I don't know about that one, but I'll tell you what it looks like. This is the original size. As you can see, this is the A5 notebook. So if I put this on top of each other, you see there is a lot of extra space. This has the same grid as the note pages in the back of the weeks, and that's the main reason I got it. I would go to your local print shop, you know, those shops that print photos, they print on mugs sometimes, or keychains, those type of places, and ask if they can cut a notebook down for you. And the reason why I say to use an electric paper cutter and not those manual ones that you have to like use the lever to go down is that when you cut down a book that's already been bound, it makes the cutting process a bit more difficult. I'll put the measurements up on the screen right now, and that way you can ask them to cut the side and the top off. And please make sure that they do exactly this. The reason why I say that is, I can show you on the inside of this, the top edge of the grid aligns here better. Like it might have like a half a millimeter off, but this is the best way that I've found to make sure that the grid doesn't look wonky. So that's for everyone who requested the tutorial on how I got it cut down. Let's move on now to the actual notebook. So commonplacing is like a word that gets thrown around in the journal community quite often. It refers to like a system. In the back of the weeks, you can see these note pages, and they have a very faint line at the top here. this is the original weeks, and this only has 74 pages of notes, and that's not enough for me. So I decided to get the notebook, use that same system in here. The measurements aren't exactly the same on the grids, so I just adapted it. In general, I use about 6 of these squares, I draw the line, and then I go in with my entry. The reason why I started commonplacing in the first place was I've been a journal girl for the better part of my life. I think since I was about 12, I was journaling. So I have stacks and stacks of journals, and I've tried every system. I've tried bullet journaling, I've tried like just long form streams of consciousness. Before this Hobonichi era, I often used the Midori notebooks. I used this size, which is the, I think this is A6. This is the A6 size. So the thing with this is that all of the entries are long form. And when that happens is that I can't actually see what it is that I'm drawing my attention to. So this is where commonplacing becomes really efficient. So when you open it up, this is what it looks like. The key system lets me identify, like with every entry, like key points that belong to a certain train of thought. So for example, these are the categories that I've written. So resting in the open skies has a lot to do with like emotional or thought processing, like what is the nature of what I'm thinking of and how does it help me, or is it not helping me at all? Wild water is this channel, this system. Encouragement and inner anchors are basically ways of being kind to myself, and making sure that my attention is also there and I know what my goals are and what my ambitions are. In this moment, this is like very current things, like where I am, what I'm doing, who's around me. Special interests, that's pretty straightforward. Any book, any media, any music that I'm consuming at that time, and just writing about it. The hard listening is emotional listening. It is also tied into intuition a little bit. If I'm uncertain about the situation, I take a minute to really digest what's going on. New ideas and curiosities, these are aligned, prosperous. Ambition is like to-do lists that are in alignment with what the goal is. The earth and life-giving conditions is another self-care thing, but this is more about my environment and the things that I've noticed make me happy. For example, for me, I need like water, lots of plants. Those type of environments are really important. This matcha green kind of color is just just random ephemera that I like. Action and integration, this might be probably the most important point. This makes everything beforehand real. And the more I have of these dark green spots, the more I know that I'm going towards my goals, like actually achieving them. And this really helps because it creates like a tally system. And throughout the notebooks, for example, I could have like 2 of the resting in the open sky, so like the emotional and thought processing, and then 1 pink, and then like maybe a few of these purple colors. But then if I like flip back through my commonplace and I see that there's not enough of these green ones, or like these aligned ambitious ones, then I know that I'm not doing enough and that I'm spending too much of my time thinking or processing, which can like really hold you back. Sometimes your brain thinks that thinking or speaking about things is actually achieving them when there is no evidence to back that up. So make sure that you've got a good balance of this. The way I made these these dots was I would take these white dot stickers and I would use, for example, some of these Tombow brush pens or mild liners to color them in. These are just colors that I enjoy, and that's what I use throughout the journal. This pen is, or this ink, I guess, that I use for most of the body writing is the TWSBI Eco fountain pen. This is in the extra fine. Yeah, that's in the extra fine tip. And the ink in here, oh, I adore this ink. Here are some of my ink swatches. Is this one by Tacha, I think that's how you pronounce it, and this is in the Kuracha color, which is black tea. And even just the thought that I'm writing with black tea colored ink makes me really happy. I'm not sure why. I also, in this journal, use this Troublemaker one called Foxglove, and it has a beautiful color gradation. So let's get into it. We can start on this page. So this is how the system works. I sometimes pull out other colored inks, especially this one. This was the Bamboo Forest one. I use the stub nib for this. It makes like these angled letters, and that helps bring attention to the page in certain areas. I use the purple Foxglove ink for some like noteworthy things, but they're not the key takeaways. And then on this side, you can see I have in the purple color the theme of what it is that I'm writing in. And I would first write all of this and then go back in to see what I was talking about, write that in, and then use the sticker dots to identify what the topic is. So here you can see I was giving myself some encouragement, what I think a restful home looks like, and turning that into an ambition of mine. I put an image, a found image. This is exactly the kind of environment that I feel like I thrive in, with lots of green, lots of sunlight, and I'm determined to make that happen. We'll do a little flip through now. Some pages I decorate more than others, just depends on what I'm feeling. Another thing I really like doing is, especially after I've written kind of heavier topics, is to include a meme and even quotes that I've seen online. So I've put this cat and this quote that really works well for me. These dots help me identify what it is that I'm talking about, and then I'll be able to like tally and see, well, am I actually doing enough, and where am I putting my attention onto? So sometimes, you know, people have the tendency to be negative or be a bit catastrophical. It's very valid in this socio-political climate, but we have to, I do believe in hope, and I do believe in having faith in yourself and in other people. So this is the way I guess I do it. Here, as you can see, I've been really loving the summer hikari dyed, and I kind of explored that and what that means for me. Here, as you can see, I do the writing and then paste in the image later on. Need to do some backfilling. Yeah, here I talked about the moral of queer horror, how to transmute pain, essentially. So, as you can see, I take actions immediately as I am going through it. So, I had this media that I was ingested. This is the information I got from it. This is like the emotional processing. And this is how I ground myself back again. I hope you enjoyed this video. Next video coming up, which is most likely tomorrow, is my Tamagotchi Stappo tour. So if that would interest you, please stay tuned for that. And I would like to know what you guys think of the current upload schedule. I was thinking to do every Thursday and Friday. Would you guys prefer Tuesday and Friday, or is this a good setup? And yes, let me know what you think in the comments. If you do Commonplacing, if you found a system that works better than others, and what other kind of content that you guys would be interested in, let me know. Okay, bye bye! Have a beautiful week.